Let's do all together. Hello, guys. Happy
Valentines!
So today we are going to bring you a special edition about love and long distance relationship. We think like for people who are studying and working abroad, it always happens that their significant half is not always around them, right? So today we've invited people who are doing long distance relationships for years, and we would like to have their advice. How did they maintain their relationships? The zsa-zsa-zoo feelings through all this distance and time.
So, Jenell, please share your wisdom.
I'm an LDR veteran, guys.
So, Jenell, tell us more about what happened with you.
Yeah, sure. So Kai and I, we have been together for the past 6 years. We were high school sweethearts. And
Aww.
sound effects. And the time away from each other is actually longer than the time we are physically together. But for the past 6 years, when I was in France studying, he was still in Singapore. Because guys in Singapore, they had to serve 2 years of national service. So naturally, they lagged the girls by 2 years before going to the university, right? But when he moved to London to study, I was in Japan for the second half of my degree. Then what happened was he went back to Singapore for work after his graduation, but now I'm in London. So we never actually were in the same city physically with each other for a prolonged period of time. So what we did was we visited each other for maybe like twice a year to go on holidays, but we would prolong the time we see each other every time. Like when he comes to visit me in Japan, he would stay for like a month or something. And we would live together. We would experience, the usual couple life. He would wait for me to end work and we would have dinner and we would do all sorts of activities or go to a different city during the weekend, things like that. Yeah.
How do you see him in your life? As a friend or advisor, a mentor or lover?
Everything. You just named everything. I think the first thing is like he's my best friend. And whenever there is a big decision that has to be made, he would be the first one I would consult. Not my dad, not my brothers, not my other girlfriends, but him. Because I believe that he can give me the best objective opinion. Like I don't have other best friend. He's my best friend. You know what I mean? Oh, even though I love you guys, like, but on days where, but
Okay. Okay.
okay. No, honestly, like on days I feel like just crying and crying for no reason. I wouldn't call you and like, hey Shama, I feel like crying. Can I cry? Can I cry in front of you? No, right?
Well, you can. By the way, you can.
Air hug.
So, from your experience, what are the good parts, like good techniques that you kept to maintain this relationship?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So I think the most important thing is both of you need to have your own independent life. Like I'm able to live without him, he's able to live without me. Well, like every day, if I just live my life, I have no time for him. Like I work, I have my own set of friends. I go to tennis, I go to gym, read, I work out. I don't know. Like there's just no time to date. There's just no time for him, right? So what's the most important thing here? It's to have your own lifestyle, know what you like, spend time with yourself and don't be clingy. So that's also another important point. Don't be clingy because from my experience, most people don't appreciate a partner who is clingy. People want to have their own space. Even though you're in a relationship, there are certain parts of your life that you spend your time with the other half. But people appreciate time when they can spend time by themselves or with their friends.
This being said, like, are there like any dangerous traps that long distance relationships can get you in? Like, did you have an experience with it?
I think one big mistake that people do, it's to trap your partner, like tie your partner down, like, oh, because you're with me you can't talk to other girls, you can't talk to other guys because you don't need you don't need the other girlfriends, you have me, right? So I think that's a very big trap people tend to fall into. So my advice is encourage your partner to meet other girls and guys, encourage them to go to other dates because there's no harm to just meeting new people, getting a new perspective and having some fun. You're not there every day to be the support or to be the life of the party for him, right? So let other people do the job. And most important thing, if they were to meet other girls, they would appreciate you more. Like they would see the good in you more.
Very confident.
As long as you guys love each other and support each other and you're there for each other, that's what matters, right?
Yeah, it's true, Galia. Some people say that like love can surmount any challenges. Love can solve everything. But personally, I don't think so.
I don't think so neither, but okay, good. We're on the same page, Xiaomang.
Where's love?
Girls, yeah. So if you're confident in yourself, confident in this relationship, you don't have to worry about your boyfriend cheating on you or falling for other girls. You know that you're awesome. You're awesome.
You're awesome. Never forget this.
Does it ever happen to you that you feel that you and Kay are growing apart because you are developing so fast as individuals in different environments?
In my case, thankfully he went abroad too. So I went abroad first, but he followed suit 2 years later. So he was able to understand where I'm coming from, the lifestyle I was living, and that I don't have 1 hour every day to talk to him, right? Like he understood that because once he went abroad, seriously, like the amount of time we spoke to each other was once in 2 months. I don't know. We grew apart. I don't really know the question, the answer to that though. If you really grow apart, then
That's a
the
very
point
strong
is always.
relationship in the end of the day. I mean, think of it like for so
That's
many
what-
years you were still talking. You like you would dedicate this 1 or 2 hours, even if it's like once per month to this person. I feel like it's still quite a dedication, no?
it, well, one hour per month. It's I would hardly call it a dedication.
You know, after so many years that you have grown this trust in him, so that maybe when you are doing important life decisions, you will just tend to always ask about his opinion. So that's why you don't feel like very grown apart, because he's always been involved in your life decisions.
That is a very good point. That
Mm.
is.
From my observation, I saw some long distance couples. They are kind of like every day they're feeling obliged to reply to each other to keep that communication. So for the purpose of talking. So do you have that kind of situation happen in your relationship?
Oh yeah, not at all. If I don't feel like calling, we don't call. If he doesn't feel like talking, we don't talk. And to be honest, whenever we talk, I have never reported my how my day went to him. I just don't like to look back. Like whatever happened already happened, good or bad, it stays with me, right? And he wouldn't understand like your social circle, the situation you're in, the people you're referring to. He wouldn't be able to relate. And the more you do this, the more excluded he would feel in your life. So instead of talking about what happened to each other's independent life, which you guys should have, talk about things that you guys share in common, like things that you guys are doing at the same time. Like, let me give you an example. Like Kai and I, we're doing this healthy lifestyle thing now, right? I would tell him about the overnight oats that I make every day, like the kind of things I put in, the kind of mason jar he is using, and I would actually buy him groceries online. Things that I think that's nice. Like, okay, you can put like blueberries inside, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, maca powder, chia seeds. So focus on things that you guys do together, albeit being apart, rather than focusing on reporting about your life with each other.
That's
That's a
very
very
good
good point.
point. That's very cute. You have watched Sex in the City, right?
Actually, not me. I never. I watch Gossip Girl. XOXO or
I
Gossip
mean,
Girl.
no, Sex in the City is like the Bible, right? Anyway, so Carrie Bradshaw is talking about the so-called zsa-zsa-zoo feeling, like the sparkle in a relationship. So I was wondering, like, how do you guys keep this zsa-zsa-zoo feeling, like this passion for each other?
Oh wow, that's a good question. The Zaza Stu feeling just emerged whenever he shows me his abs.
It definitely works, right? That's like the one thing that always works.
Yeah, yeah. And there's bound to be like a certain part of your partner that you particularly like or turns you on, right? So
Very aware of that, right? And he does that trick many times.
yeah, that's a trick. It does magic. Yeah. So focus on the good. Focus on that part. Like during a
Okay.
video call, if you like his ears, then stare at his ears.
Do you happen sometimes like, hey, can you show me your ears? I'm feeling a bit down.
Well, for me, my part, it's I'm gonna keep it a secret.
Oh la la.
Leave it to your imagination. For a long distance relationship to work, you need to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So it can't be, well, we're going to have long distance relationship forever. At some point in time in the future, the two of you need to understand that one person has to make the sacrifice to move over to join the other person. So the long-term goals has to be end of the tunnel. So one party would ultimately have to take the step to sacrifice to join the other party. But a lot of long distance relationship are long distance because one party refuses to leave the current life behind, right?
Yeah.
And to just throw everything away and start anew. For a long distance relationship to work long term, you need to know and see the end to this long distance.
Feel like it's more like with time, right? The what you mentioned about like growing together. Like eventually you take the rational decision that you're gonna follow your partner and you will be there. You will do the sacrifice to be with them. But maybe sacrifice is a bit too strong, maybe like a compromise with yourself to do this.
I think that's a better word, compromise, and that's a very good way to put it. In the beginning, you're unsure of the relationship, then obviously you're not gonna make that commitment that okay, in 5 years time I'm gonna be with you, right? So this would come with time, but there's gonna be like a deadline to this. You can't be waiting for each other forever. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, smash the like button and hit subscribe.
Hope you're having a lovely, lovely Valentine's Day. And if you're alone, just leave us a message in the comments or on IG and let's catch up online.
See you in the next episodes, guys.